set on being a public school teacher. So of course, where are you going to be as a college student? Where all of your friends are all the time. I had moved into adult ministry, which, wow. There is no place I would rather be at any given moment. I mean, I could literally be anywhere in my life. And the place that I would want to teleport to, oh my gosh, someone is having a meltdown and you run into them as you're walking back to the cabin. Boom, you're locked in for an hour of pastoral care. You don't get your shower, but you've got your survival kit in your backpack. It's truly an item that's been in all of our offices at some point.
I think it's... Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Meet the Team. And, my name's Nick Clayson. I'm a DYM author. And I thought one day, who are the people that make DYM really run? We all know Josh, we all know Doug. But today, I'm going to introduce you to somebody who really kind of keeps the train on the tracks. Jessica Sanchez, and she's going to be with me here. Let's hop in. Well, hey, everybody. I am here with Jessica Sanchez. Jessica, good morning.
Yes.
Well, good afternoon for me, but good morning for you. How are you?
Great. Doing so good.
Yeah?
How are you?
Yeah. No, I'm fantastic. We got our winter retreat coming up tomorrow, so, just...
You're busy. You got a lot going on then.
Yeah, well, hopefully everything's ready to go. That's the goal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
So as we're trying to get to know some of the DYM team and DYM staff. And so I would love to know, can you in 3 minutes or less, can you just share with us, what is your ministry journey? How did you get started and kind of what brought you, to where you are today?
Yeah, well, I thought I had my eyes set on being a public school teacher my entire life. And that's the trajectory of my college education. But somehow along the way in college, a bunch of my friends started serving in kids and youth ministry at our church. And so, of course, where are you going to be as a college student? Where all of your friends are all the time. So we were all connected at this tiny little church. I was serving on Sunday mornings as a Sunday school teacher to preteens. And in the evenings on Friday night, I joined the youth ministry as one of the leaders. So started loving it. Honestly, half of it was just loving being around my friends because we all just were serving. It was a bunch of 20-year-olds, serving in youth ministry. And so as I was in college, loving kids ministry too, but learning how to be a teacher, I ended up realizing so many of the principles that I was learning in education were totally transferable as I was hanging out with these teenagers. And classroom management alone helps you wrangle so many middle schoolers to just pay attention to you when you're talking to them. So ended up realizing I do love kids, but falling in love with serving teenagers in that time. Then somewhere along the way, I feel like most of my ministry career has been I've stumbled into opportunity, to be really honest with you. Our pastor asked, hey, would you be interested in serving 20 hours a week as the kids and youth ministry leader at our church?
Famous last words, right?
A whole 20 hours a week to invest in the next generation from birth through college. And I did it, and it was awesome, and I learned so much. Long story short, I ended up getting connected with Doug Fields and Josh Griffin because we were kind of a purpose-driven youth ministry at our church. We did the Purpose-Driven Life campaign at our church back in the day. And so I went to a couple of youth ministry gatherings of pastors that had a purpose-driven ministry and met Doug and Josh. And when Josh Griffin became the high school pastor at Saddleback Church in Southern California, he called me and said, would you ever be interested in coming on a team full-time to do high school ministry?
Oh, awesome.
And it was just a journey to get there, but we got there, and I was able to serve on the high school team as one of the pastors and kind of just be full-on youth ministry for a decade, which was really sweet and special and fun. And I feel like God has been so kind to just open those doors of opportunity for people to invite me to be a part of ministry. And so I ended up never getting my teaching credential and just ended up being a youth pastor. Went back to school to be a better pastor, in seminary, but
sure.
Have loved that God has been so kind to just make a way. Yeah.
It's so interesting as I ask that question, so many people's journey is so unexpected, right? Or you go into it and God just opens different doors. It's really cool to hear kind of how he does that and orchestrates that,
Yeah, it's really, really sweet.
that was kind of like your ministry journey. That's kind of how you got
Hmm.
locked in, connected to youth ministry. Tell us a little bit, like, how did you end up then on staff at DYM? Was it just like they saw what you were doing, when you worked with Josh at Saddleback, like he saw how good you were and was like, you got to come over here and work? Or what's the story, there?
Yeah. But, I mean, truly, truly, Nick, like when I look back at like my career, like,
Mm-hmm.
I really do feel like, wow, it is in God's kindness. These kind of like
Mm.
the next step, God was always so sweet to just open that door. And I was kind of coming to this space. Maybe there's a couple of people listening to this who feel like they have been in this space or have hit this part of their journey in ministry where I was in
Yeah.
a specific ministry role. I had moved into adult ministry, which, wow. I moved into adult ministry for a season at one of our campuses and loved the community there, but
Mm-hmm.
the intensity of pastoral care was really heavy. It was a really
Mm.
heavy pastoral care load in that particular ministry context. And I was needing a little bit of a breather from the emotional. I'm a very empathetic and compassionate person. And so I can't just have like a surface level conversation with the congregant. So I was kind of hitting this like, wow, this is really, it's taxing. It's pretty exhausting. I think I need a moment to just catch my breath and to use some of my emotional resources on maybe even some like my personal life, because I felt like my ministerial load had kind of encompassed my whole life at that point. And I had been thinking, I think I maybe need to take a season, away from full time in the trenches ministry and mention it to Josh in a conversation. And literally, like a couple days later, he's like, we've got some changes happening on our team. We've got a couple people getting married, moving. What do you want to do next, basically?
Yeah.
And could
Yeah.
this be a possibility? And again, the kindness of God to just align DYM's need with my
Mm.
next season, and a lot of the my gifts that I was using at the church. Josh, because he and I had worked together for so many years, just
Yeah.
he knew that aligned. But of course, he also, was like, I'm not going to make the decision. Like, you meet with the
Yeah.
people that would be your boss, and it was just a really great
That's
connection
cool.
and just so effortless because we just hold the same heart and values. Because obviously, one of
Yeah.
the founders was somebody that I did ministry for so many years with, and so it's been 5 years at DYM.
Okay.
The time has gone by very fast.
That was gonna be my next question. How long? So then, what if give us your official like title?
Oh
Like
gosh,
I'm
I don't
sure
even
it's
know.
other duties as
My
assigned, but
gosh, you're
like
gonna laugh. We are not a church, but we definitely operate as like a all under all duty. We're very on hands on deck at
yeah, we all
DYM.
yeah.
Basically, oh my gosh, I don't even know on paper what my job description is these days, but essentially what I oversee the operational aspects of like our marketplace when it comes to marketing
Okay,
and when it
got it.
comes to our products, like all of our DYM training products. So if you ever come to a DYM 100, I oversee all the logistics from start to finish for those events. I oversee everything
Okay,
for YMU, Youth Ministry University,
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
the National Day of Volunteer Training, and then kind of week to week, whatever you see, like for example, on the homepage at DYM, I'm the person
Hmm.
who selects what is even on the homepage. And then one of my
Oh,
teammates designs it all. And anything that's
nice.
in emails, like, so if you're reading copy in an email, more often than not, that's copy that I wrote. So
Ooh,
we all kind of touch different pieces, but
yeah,
marketing, merchandising, and then all DYM training stuff. And I get to do some really fun, like training things, like be a part of teaching in different
yeah,
ways like that with the training events and whatnot, which always like scratches that itch of loving to
yeah.
continue to pour into leaders.
Well, I don't get paid to say any of this, but like I always love your training stuff. Like it's always
Oh,
so good.
thanks.
So
That's very
great
kind
job.
of you.
Great
Thanks.
job. All right, so that's all your like professional stuff, which is
Yeah.
like, it's kind of like what we as youth pastors kind of like nerd out on. Like we always want to know those
Yeah.
things, but like
Yeah.
we're also real like people and we have like hobbies and
Hmm.
interests and stuff. So like I'm curious, just like what's one thing that you wish more people knew about you beyond your pastoral accolades or your role at DYM? Like who are you as a person, or what's one kind of like fun fact or thing about you as a person that you just wish more people knew?
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you kind of a silly one and then a more heartfelt
Okay,
one, I
great.
guess. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
silly
yeah.
one is there is no place I would rather be at any given moment. I mean, I could literally be anywhere in my life. And the
Okay.
place that I would want to teleport to is sitting in a French cafe in Paris, eating a baguette, drinking a caffeinated beverage. If I could be anywhere at any time, that is where I would choose to be. Just eating a piece of bread.
Have you ever gotten to do it? Like, have you ever been there?
Yes, I've been there twice in my life, and I would love to go back.
Okay. All right.
Well, so literally, one of our teammates created these custom coasters for us, and my tagline on my custom coaster is, "I'd rather be in Paris eating a baguette."
Nice. So that's like,
he's not wrong.
Is the bread better in Paris? Like they say it is. Like,
oh my gosh, Nick. Yes, it's like the cheese is better. You don't get the tummy ache after cheese. I mean, it is better. It is.
What are they doing to us over here? I know. Now I want to go. Now I want to go.
You must go.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Then the heartfelt thing to know about me is that I became a mom to 2 babies in less than 1 year. They are 1 and 2 years. They are 1 and 2 years old.
Oh my word.
So it's just a really fun, really sweet, and very like miraculous God story how we had our kids join our family. But that's probably the most recent of all the wonderful things is I became a mom in less than 12 months, 2 times.
And at the date of
not
recording,
thinking we would have a baby.
Yeah, and at the date of recording, they're 1 and 2. So you definitely don't have your hands full. You definitely are not
so much
up to your elbows in diapers. Like,
they're the coolest. They're the coolest part of our everyday. They're awesome. They're fun. 2 little boys, and
that's so
they
cool.
both showed up in pretty miraculous ways in our life. So it's awesome.
I love it. That is amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. And with that so sweet like answer, now we're gonna take a very hard left turn to like some competition. So are you ready?
Great. Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to draft summer camp hacks, okay? So your best summer camp hack, you're going to go first, and you're going to tell me your number 1 overall pick, and then we're going to bounce back and forth until we each have 5. So you have 5, I have 5, and then the people, you will let us know down below, like, who do you think has a better list of summer camp hacks? Either Jess or me. And so are you ready to take it away?
Yes,
pick number
I'm ready.
1, Jessica? All right, do it.
I'm absolutely ready. All right, hack number 1. Do not underestimate bringing your own packets of instant coffee to summer camp. Camp coffee cannot be trusted. Now, I know that there are some camps that I visited who have little cafes on site, a little malt shop maybe, or a little coffee shop. Yes, go get your Frappuccino loaded up with sugar. You need that after team rec when you're going to have the rest of the day, right? But that first moment of the day, you go to the cafeteria, you're eating all of that like random, questionable food. You need to know you're going to be able to have at least a decent hot cup of coffee. I prefer getting the Nescafe Intense Roast. But some people have bought in the Trader Joe's one if you have a Trader Joe's nearby. But bring your own instant coffee packets. You will not regret it.
You know, that would have been mine. And so I'm really upset that you took my pick because I bring my own coffee setup, pour over my own kettle. Like,
oh my gosh, I'm not that person, but I respect it.
It is, well, I like you, I'm like, I need this. Like, whatever you're serving in the cafeteria, I might drink it in desperation, but that's not it, you know?
It's not going to hold me. It's not going to like pick me up. That's for sure.
Definitely. So then mine is adjacent to it. Okay. So yours is coffee. I'm going to say bring your own snacks. All right. And here's why. So for me, the camp we go to, they don't believe in vegetables. And so I bring my own like produce section because I can't go that long without fiber. You can put the math together on why, but like, I'm just saying, bring your own snacks, whatever it is. You need your own, just like coffee, you need your own like snacks that you know are going to be there for you when the cafeteria does not pull through, right? As it typically does not at summer camp. All right, so back to you, Jessica. Your second overall pick for summer camp.
Okay, look, this has to be my personal favorite. Do not underestimate the power of a free time shower and like moment by yourself. Do not underestimate that. I get it. First thing in the morning, you wake up, you shower. It's just everyone is busy. Someone's at the zip line. Someone's at the coffee shop getting a coffee. Kids are taking a walk. Yep. Someone's trying to date someone. Let them be. Let them be for 30 minutes. You go back to the cabin. Go back to the dorm room. Go back to the cabin. No one's there. Maybe someone. Maybe some awkward person who's like you, antisocial.
Yeah.
You go back. silence, peace, 20 minutes. That's all you need.
Yes.
Refresh, get all of your rec team paint off. You're refreshed. Second half of the day, you're in it. You're ready to get back in. Yeah, tackle the day. That's it.
That is
20
a
minutes.
fantastic hack.
That's it. It's my fave.
Yes.
I love that.
That you're so right. That's a absolutely fantastic hack. I couldn't agree more. Okay, so mine, again, we're like very similar on this. Okay, like mine's also gonna be adjacent to it. However many days, like let's say you're going to camp for 5 days. I bring 10, so I bring double the amount of clothes, right? Because in the same vein as the
that midday turnover.
Yes, it is. Especially now I've learned in the great state of Texas, like I thought camp was hot in the Midwest, but now that I'm in like 105, I'm like, we need to change clothes. We need something in the middle of the day. So double the clothes. That's mine.
All right. Adjacent to that is pack a very small, could fit in your backpack, toiletry kit, kind of save you in the middle of wherever you are. A little deodorant, a little bit of gum. It's just a little survival pack of stuff that if you can't get back to your cabin for whatever reason, you've got a plan to go back for the midday shower. Oh my gosh, someone is having a meltdown and you run into them as you're walking back to the cabin. Boom, you're locked in for an hour of pastoral care. You don't get your shower, but you've got your survival kit in your backpack on you.
Yes.
You got a toothbrush in there, maybe some wipes, just some quick, wet wipes, whatever. Whatever can get you through the day. So I would say have your little survival pack in your backpack because camp's unpredictable. You never know. You never know what could happen.
That's genius. I like it. I've never even thought of it. So thank you for the idea.
Absolutely.
Okay, so mine is invest in a mattress topper. Okay, and like, because camp mattresses, they're not the best. And so invest in a little like camp or camping, right? Like mattress topper that's going to make the bed just a slight bit more comfortable because we all know like I'm in my 30s now. Like my body doesn't respond the way it used to. So a little bit of luxury when I lay down at night. Gosh. And I use the word luxury very loosely, but
it's like a foam topper on top of a piece of cardboard, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Nick, game, I'm going to have to say this. Game recognizes game because I don't believe in taking a sleeping bag to camp. I have a huge, it looks like a laundry bag and it has my name on it, right? I'll look with the duct tape. I take camp bedding. A pillow, a twin size comforter, sheets. We are not messing around. I've never done the mattress topper. I'm adding that to my list. I'm rolling it up, tying it up, and I'm putting it into my bedding bag. Yes. No trash bags here. It is a reusable, big, ginormous bag where you put all of your bedding. And it's you want to sleep in a bed. You don't want to sleep on a cardboard topper. Yeah. So
you don't want to
I don't believe in. No, I'm not sleeping in a sleeping bag for 4 nights. I'm sleeping on sheets. I'm sleeping on a real pillow with a twin blanket. I mean, look, that's it. Camp game recognizes camp game. It really feels like that. We're kindred.
Yes. You're so right about that. Okay. Similarly, typically you have like a 2-item limit, right? Plus maybe a backpack. So it's like a suitcase plus your bedding, and then
and your backpack.
So the second thing for me is like a Christmas like moving tote, right? Like just a big tub.
Like a Rubbermaid.
I put yes, exactly. I put my bedding in it. I put my snacks in it. I put my coffee in it.
Brilliant.
But then you ready? It's your bedside table at night because you need a bedside table. So
yes. And what a great spot to store snacks you don't want anyone seeing.
That, I wasn't going to say that. I didn't want people to judge me, but that's 100% it.
There's some snacks I don't want to share with you. I'm not interested in it. I only brought enough for me this week.
Yes.
So that's a great spot because people can't see it. They have to lift up they have to take everything off to be able to actually look inside.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Last one for you. Last one.
My last one, I think it's pivotal, and it's a mindset, is this hack, okay?
Okay.
Look, everyone thinks that cry night is the pinnacle of emotion at camp. It's absolutely not. Okay, so you need this is a reframe.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you prepare yourself for cry night. Yes, it's a very intense moment. It's the night after cry night where you still have a full 20, it's the day after cry night where you still have a full 24 hours to be still at camp.
Yeah.
Everyone's been away from their normal rhythms. It's long enough at that point. The novelty of camp is gone. They've rededicated their life to Christ. They start going rogue. This is when arguments begin to happen between the cabin roommates. This is when people start trying to date someone that someone already's been dating that whole week. This is when the tension begins to really mount, is the day before you leave, after they've dedicated their life to Christ again. So my biggest tip is mindset. Just be prepared that you're losing steam at that point. Re-up that morning, get your coffee, whatever way you can get it, and just know you're going to be breaking up a couple of fights. You're going to be kind of stepping into some argumentative moments. Enter that space with the mindset of, we've got 24 hours to go. I can do this. I can do this.
That's great.
So it's just a mindset that I like to enter day 4 with.
Yeah, it couldn't have anything to do with the dehydration that everyone's experiencing, the lack of nutrition, the lack of sleep. It's none of that.
Yeah, it's none of that. It's just that it's just that the rededication wasn't powerful enough, you know? But my favorite is it always happens after the rededication.
Yeah, you're like, what? Remember last night? Like, my shirt is soaked right here from you. Yeah.
Literally.
Okay, last one for me. You got to bring an extension cord. You never know how far away the wall outlets are going to be, and you especially as a leader with your little table topper, maybe even an extension cord plus like a snake with the multiple plugs, because you got things. And you know, I'll throw in like a 5B. Like, we've started collecting kids. We're not like anti-cell phones, but we collect their phones like at night. Just, you can't have them at night. Like, they're all here charging in the middle of the room. And that helps too, because then if they don't have anything to keep them awake, then they'll actually like hopefully go to sleep. For me, extension cord. You gotta take care of keeping your phone.
That's so smart. That's so smart. I love it. That's a great hack.
All right, let us know. All right, whose list wins? Mine or Jessica's? I want to take all 10 of these and just
create
a survival kit list. Right?
We might need to send this out in an email or something to help people this summer.
Let's do it. Okay, so the name of this next game here, Jessica, is 7 questions. Okay? And you have 7 questions to try and guess what I'm thinking. So what I have in my mind right now is I have something that is typically in a youth pastor's office. Okay? So you have 7 yes or no questions, and then you have to try and guess based on, you know, kind of like your detective skills. What am I thinking about that is in most youth workers' offices?
Okay. Is it edible?
This thing I'm thinking of is not edible.
Is it considered a decoration?
It could be. It could be.
Is it in the classification of award or recognition item?
No, it is not. And that's your 3rd question.
Okay. I am counting, by the way, on my...
Okay.
Because I'm too anxious. Okay, so could be decorative, not edible, would not be an award or item that would recognize the person. Would it be a recreational item used in a game, in a sport?
Yeah, no, it's not a typical recreational item. If you were using it, it's only because you got desperate or you're being silly. But it is not a typical, like, it's not a ball, it's not a pool noodle, it's, you know, it's not in that family. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this isn't easy.
I know, right?
Typical item that would be in a youth pastor's office. Could be decorative, but not meant to be decorative.
Not necessarily, yeah, that's correct.
Oh my goodness. Is it something that's mounted on a wall?
It's not gonna be mounted on a wall. No, unless it's like a prized possession or has a special, shall we say, signature on it. But it's not typically like a photograph or something that you would like put on a wall.
Oh gosh, unless it has a signature on it.
Mm. That's a hint right there. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I'm
throwing you a
thinking
bone.
like a signature. Is it an action figure?
It's not an action figure.
Oh jeez.
Good guess. Good guess. You're at your 7th question. You
This
can
is
ask
it.
one more yes or no, and
Yeah.
then you do get your like final guess. Okay, so.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, it could be autographed. This is hard. Is it apparel?
Is not apparel.
Oh jeez.
All right.
All right.
Take your guess. Take your guess. You could still get it.
I know. I'm thinking about the signature. What is something that's
I may have
signable?
thrown you off. I may have not given you. It may have been less helpful than more helpful.
Yeah.
So apologies.
But could be used in a team rec situation if it. I mean, my best guess is maybe it's like a food item, like a cup of coffee. A cup, like the cup, not the coffee, because obviously
right. Yeah. No, that's incorrect. What I was thinking of was the Taco Salad Font Purpose-Driven Youth Ministry book written by Doug Fields.
It's truly an item that's been in all of our offices at some point.
I think it's in mine right now as we speak.
Honestly, I still have mine too.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to try? Do you want to think of something and I have 7 questions to guess it?
Ooh, okay, let me think. You know what? I'm going to think about Josh Griffin's office, and we're going to choose something from Josh Griffin's office that you have to guess.
Okay, I don't know if I've been in it, so be kind.
That's okay. Okay, I have the item in mind.
Okay, is this thing electronic in nature?
It is not.
Okay. Is it a typical office supply? Something you get like a Staples or an Office Depot?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay. I've never gotten a yes this early. Okay.
I know.
I don't actually know what to do with this information now. Is it used to help, is it used for organization?
No.
Okay. Is it used for, is it sharp? Is there a sharp element to it?
No.
No, okay, so it's blunt. Let's see. Is it something used to write? Like not type but write? Okay.
No.
Okay, office supply. Not for organization. Is it paper?
No.
Is it an eraser?
No.
No? Okay. I think that's like my 6th question.
Okay.
Is it... It's not electronic. Is it... Man. I don't even know anymore. Is it whiteout?
No. It's a good guess.
Okay, what was it?
His overflowing trash can.
That's good.
We literally begged him to take the trash out yesterday because it's overflowing trash can.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
It's the first thing that came to mind.
I felt like I had whittled everything down, and I was like, that's why I got to whiteout, because I don't even know what else could possibly be.
In your defense, a trash can is technically sold at like an office supply store, like it's big, but it's not what you would traditionally think of as an office supply.
But it's
in the category, yeah.
Yeah, but then my brain starts going down that path, and I was never getting out of it. So
yeah, totally.
Here we go. Last thing, rapid fire, and then we'll get you out of here. Jessica, would you rather, church staff edition? Would you rather preach a Sunday sermon, or would you rather teach one Sunday sermon, or teach a preschool class, but you have to do it for a whole month in a row?
Oh, preschool class.
Preschool class? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Would you rather have to set up 100 folding chairs by yourself, or patch a hole in the drywall?
Oh, God. I don't even know how to patch a hole in the drywall. I'd have to do the chairs, because I would not know what to do.
Because you don't know? You don't even want to try? You wouldn't even want to try?
I could YouTube it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It would take me longer. I just get the chairs done. I've done it enough times.
There you go. Okay, alrighty. Would you rather lead worship with a kazoo, or have to mime the entire sermon, but like in front of people?
Oh, lead worship with the kazoo, hands down.
Kazoo, okay. You wouldn't. That wouldn't embarrass you. All right, great.
Oh.
Okay, so would you rather have to deal with a kid who's stuck in the baptistry, or deal with a pulled fire alarm that happened during the service?
Oh gosh, pulled fire alarm. I can.
Yeah.
I've been known to be able to herd large groups of people.
Okay. All right. So you can diffuse the situation.
Yes.
All right. Last one. Here we go. Would you rather have to attend 10 volunteer committee meetings in the course of a week, or chaperone a middle school lock-in?
Oh, the committee.
10 of them in 1 week?
Yes. I'm getting up there. I'm getting old. I can't stay up all night.
As long as you get your full night of sleep, you'll go to as many meetings as it's going to take, right?
That's exactly right, Nick. That's exactly it.
Oh, man. All right. Well, let us know down below if you disagree with any of our answers. Hey, for Nick, this is Jessica. Man, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being here. We're signing off. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.